and we'll see who else shows up. This is going to be a short live, but one hopefully that a few of y'all can watch right now because your heads will spin. My head is still spinning, and I don't know if it's going to stop spinning. Um, we will see. We will see who all can show up. Even if you can't talk in the chat, just let me know if you're here or not. And we'll just kind of take it from there and see who. Let me share this out to somebody else here. Okay, Steffi. Okay, good, good, good. You're here. Okay, this is going to be a short live. I'm just going to wait for a minute or two to see if anybody else can show up. Because y'all, okay, you're here too. I sent an invite to Shy and Carrie as well. Because y'all, secrets don't stay secrets. And little Miss Lon, honey, good grief. You know, they think that we're really stupid and that people won't find out things. People have found out things. And oh my gosh, now y'all, I didn't watch BB back from the beginning. So if you're what we call an OG, an original, hey hun, how are you? Um, do y'all remember, okay, way back when BB was on, way back when Quan first encountered Lon? Now, I heard from different people he had met her at a restaurant and hired her to be BB's nanny. And that was the storyline. So just let me know if you can, if that was the case. That he just met her at a restaurant. You know? Oh, it's evening there. Well, good evening to you, hun. But if anybody can remember, was that the storyline? Supposedly. If it is, he didn't just meet her there. I would hardly say so. Mm-mm. No. So I'll just wait a second to see if anybody knows. If not, I'll tell you why that storyline is a complete and utter lie. You know, like I said, things get found out. There's what we call internet detectives out there that can find out information about people. And I've had now 3 different people that do not run in the same circles tell me the same thing. And these are people that I trust so, so much. And one of them in particular, if this person tells you something, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. They did the research. It's 180% true. So, Lon has known Quan all her life. It's not that they just happened to meet if she was like working at a restaurant and him hiring her to be BB's nanny. Now, Steffi, you said that she's an actress. That part is true in a way. But she wasn't just some random person that he hired to portray a nanny. That is it. Quan equals Lon's uncle. They are related. And I'm still waiting to find out if her and Ken are related. So there's a small chance now, I don't know this yet, that Ken is also related, you know? Yeah, she's his niece. She is his niece. I mean, that has come out. That has come out. That she is his niece. He knew her all her freaking life. So she wasn't just some random person that he came upon. And people, yeah, people could find out information about you. They can look up your birth certificate. It is not hard for some people to do that. And they have done that. So I did not watch the Lala video from this morning, but supposedly Lon takes off with the baby monkey. And why is it being portrayed that Lala is the problem in that household? There's one problem in that household. It is not Lala. Why is Lon acting just like Lala is a little dictator, you know? Hey, hun. But it is just, it's beyond me. But no, I've had, you know, yes, I am, Lon. And like I said, one person in particular contacted me last night with the same information that two others had told me. I'm not going to name names of who told me, but these are three separate people who do not run in the same circle. They don't talk to each other. And one of, you know, especially, I mean, you know, it is, Brian, it is. But, and then we have little lady. But, yeah, I didn't watch it. I couldn't bring myself to watching it, you know. Oh, you know, and we know that Uncle Quan is writing the script. You can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. Uh, she was she was hyper earlier, Brian, at about 5 a.m. Yeah, I feel so horribly for Lala. I mean, how she's being treated and portrayed. Like she's just some fear, you know, oh, we got to shake and quiver because Lala is going to wreak havoc. Oh, you know, Summer, it's just insulting. And things get out on the internet before long. If they did not think that their family lineage wouldn't be ever be leaked, it is leaked. It is leaked. Like I said, more than one person has told me. And I believe all these people, you know. I thoroughly believe them. These are not people to make up half truths. These are people who do their work, you know. Oh yeah, we know what's coming. We know what's coming. It's unthinkable. It is unthinkable to treat little ones that, you know, hey honey, that they don't have a choice if they want to do the videos or not. They don't have that choice. They are not given that option. They are money makers. And this explains why little Mr. Kwan can afford all these houses. all these cars, all these vacations. I mean, he's not the number one. You will never see the number one in charge. You will never see the number one in charge ever. But Quan, I have a feeling, is the number two in charge. You know? I mean, it's just heartbreaking, you know? I know many people have walked away from the monkey channels because they quite simply cannot continue to see all this, you know? It's too much. It is too much to see them mistreated, you know? And Lala is acting out a little and being extra hyper because she's got Lon yelling at the top of her lungs when she breathes in the baby monkey's direction. I mean, yeah, we all thought that Quan was a good guy in the beginning. Oh, yeah. He had a lot of people fooled, you know? Yeah, Lala is going to have PTSD for who knows how long. She's going to have PTSD. But all I got to say is Lon's day of reckoning is coming for her, you know? She is definitely Summer. She's, and for money, for money. I mean, that's disgusting. That is disgusting. That's like if I did a live and was yelling at the girls at the top of my lungs and slinging them about. Do you know what would happen to me? Do you know how many people would be at my front door or calling me? Yeah, Lala is being instructed. And she doesn't realize a lot of things. But what she does know is people yelling at her. Oh, yeah, they made tons of money with BB. I mean, BB, like I said, I didn't watch from the beginning, but many of y'all did. All of Kwan's grand houses, his cars. I mean, just if you notice, and then his home is not empty. Lots of beautiful furniture. Okay, I don't talk politics on here. Right. For money, for clicks, for views. I just, but his day of reckoning is coming too. Mr. Kwan, just because you have a big account now does not mean that you will always have a big checking account. Mm-mm. Of course, yeah. It wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me because it's no coincidence. When those photos leaked of Uncle Fong at Tam's house, I mean, yeah, it's a family business. It is a family business. And I cannot watch Lulu right now because I can't stand to see her. I mean, it's been many days now since she fell from that branch. The cameraman should have put down that camera immediately and help her. He had time to help her and to prevent that fall. And in yesterday's videos, I think she had a high fever. That breaks my heart. That breaks my heart in so many ways. I mean, it's just so wrong. So, so wrong. She should have been helped. Yeah, Steffi. Because, and if you remember, or if you go back and watch the interview of Uncle Fong, and Tam, they both looked like they were trying to, yeah, like stay on script, you know? Yeah, as if they would have just treated the babies decently, humanely, and loved them, I'd have no trouble with the family business. But when you put these little ones in constant peril and danger, falling onto concrete, and one by one, if you notice, if one little monkey goes missing, they all go missing. If one has an accident, they all have an accident. If the owners, I'm not going to call them parents because they don't deserve that title. If they have an accident, they all have an accident. Do they not think we don't catch on? Honey, the math ain't mathin'. I mean, they need to be original, and they're not. And that is going to be part of their downfall. Monkey World, as I call it, is about to topple over. Their house of cards is going to come crashing down. I mean, we don't know the state of Kwan's business. And that's being looked into also, you know. It was a big business concept, you know. But let's say that Kwan's business hadn't been doing so well lately. That could also explain why he sold the family home that was in the country that was in his house, in his family for generations. And I'm sure that that's not the first offer they ever had on that house. Are you telling me in all these years there's been no other company come through and, you know, make an offer on that house? You know? Yeah. I mean, it's just, I, yeah, yeah. You know, maybe Quan may have done something that the top guy didn't like. Maybe he made the top guy really mad about something, or the top guy could have found out about something, you know? And that would also explain, because if you look at the timeline also, Quan and Fu, Max's original owner, I'm not going to call him a dad because he don't deserve that. They left the channels about the same time because of business reasons. Almost the same time. Right, Summer? That's the same about Fu. He left on business. Now, he did come back for a short while and then left again on business. That's not a coincidence. And for a while, the cameraman was taking care of Max. Then he disappeared. And Max totally disappeared off the face of the earth. Just like BB. Just like BB. You know? Yeah. Although, no worries, Steffi, no worries. I repeat myself constantly. So don't worry. Um, but what's happening to Lala is there's no excuse. There is no excuse to make her out to be this little dictator. What I mean, it could be. Or the main guy did not like what Quan was doing, or maybe Quan went over his head, so to speak, and the top guy said, "Okay, you're out of here. You're not going to be on film anymore. BB will no longer be filmed or talked about." But that's what they all say. That's what they all say, that there also is a family problem. And I don't believe Fu's excuse as to why they couldn't film anymore because they couldn't afford a cameraman. You can't prop your phone against something and film a little something. No. No. You know? Yeah, a monkey can't run a household. Yeah. So I don't believe for a second about Foo's excuse. You know, because again, if you can't afford a cameraman, you can prop up the camera. But I did ask Max's original owner, because he's got his own channel now, building a house in the middle of the woods or somewhere. And he said that there were certain things that can't be talked about in reference to Fu and Max. And he was nice about his comment, but you could tell he did not want to talk about it. Me too. Me too, Summer. So you could tell he did not want to talk about Fu and Max. He wanted that discussion over, like, you know. And I find it very odd. Why hasn't he went to go see Max? You know? Yes. Yes, Steffi. You know? Yeah. Now, you know, and it looks like Max's original owner lives in the same neighborhood, so to speak. So, I mean, I could be wrong, but why hasn't he visited Max? You know, because he clearly has a cameraman. Why not take the cameraman to film Max, to film a reunion? Why, if you came back, why wouldn't you go see Max? Why wouldn't you go see him? There's not a good excuse for that. You know? So don't be surprised by anything that you see or hear from now on. Don't be a bit surprised. Because I know a lot of people, you know, are very shook about what's going on. Right. I know, and that's the thing. Like, multiple people brought to my attention, why is a cameraman such a secret? There's no reason why the cameraman should be such a secret. Why in the world do we never see the cameraman? It doesn't make sense. They just film. It's not like they're doing some high-tech secret work, you know? Yeah. Yeah. But why is there such secrecy in these cameramen? You know? Yeah. Exactly, Sophie, exactly. Like you and Summer said, I wouldn't be surprised either if it's the same one. You know, I mean, seriously, they must think we're all really stupid. You know, I'm not the smartest person in the room, but I sure ain't stupid. I'm not stupid, you know. Right, right, Summer. They need to be like Punch, you know. Punch is in a sanctuary. He's cared for. He has regular medical care. You know. And we know that Lana's going to do the same thing to this little monkey, I think. You know, no, I don't think I know. She's going to do the same thing to this little monkey that she's doing to Lala now. She's going to do the same thing when this little monkey gets to be about 3 years old. That seems to be the aging out, is about 3 years old. Again, words escape me, you know. But this is not right. This is not right what's being done on these channels. And the only really way to really get them, their attention, um, yeah, Lala's only 2. But does anybody know when she turns 3? Her birthday may be coming up for all we know, you know? Yeah, they're removing her early because, Summer, she's such a distraction. She's a little munchkin Tara, you know? Yeah, okay. But history repeats itself. But no, the only way to get these people's attention is to outright just stop watching, stop commenting. And when they see their views go down, aka their money go down, you know, exactly, Summer, these people only understand money. That's their only language. That's their love language, is money. That's the only way to get their attention. You know, I mean, because that is why they're doing all this. For the money. For the money. Yeah. But I guarantee you, if enough unsubscribed, just walked away, then they would get the little light bulb in their head like, oh, what kind of person can put little Lala and others through what they're doing, What kind of person could sit there and yell at the top of their lungs to little Lala, somebody you claim to have loved? What kind of person can do that? And that's scary. That is scary. And a lot of persons' eyes are open to what kind of person Lon is. A good person would not be able to do that. They would say, you know what? I know this is a script, but this is too much for me. I can't do this. Through multiple videos, she's done that. Excuse me. She has yelled at Lala. She has pulled at Lala. We've all seen it. It's just absolutely unthinkable. Oh, my machine is fixing to go off here. Yeah, Lala is very sensitive. You hear that beat? That's my compression machine going off. But anyway, y'all, I think I'm going to end things here and put my machine up and make a little breakfast and get on my day. Right, Summer. Right. Lala is smart, Exactly. Hey, little Miss Princess, say hello. This is Princess, everybody. Yeah, honey. Did you just wake up from a little nap? Well, Steffi, I pray that she could be taken to a sanctuary. People are trying to contact the local authorities to also tell them about her treatment. I pray. And how do we know how they're being treated when the cameras goes off? We don't know. Do they sleep in bed? Or are they forced to be kept in a cage when the cameras aren't rolling? That's what my thought is too, Yeah, hopefully a sanctuary or retreat, Yeah, Princess is cracking me up. But y'all, I love and appreciate you so, so much. And thank you for hopping on. I thank you so much. And if I find out anything else, I'll let y'all know. People are still digging deep into this. They're looking up stuff. And um, yeah, we all want to know where BB is. That and that people are looking into that too, you know? People are looking into that too. And I pray that he's okay. All we could do is pray, you know? Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Again, thank you all so much for taking time to be here. And all summer, thank you. And thank you. But I love y'all so, so much and appreciate each and every one of you. And y'all just have the best day or night where you're at. And I pray that everybody has a good one. Love you. Love you so, so much, y'all. Love you so, so much. And I'll see you in the next one. So bye bye. Bye bye.